Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's excellent to have you here as always. Thank you for watching. You're watching the VSO Gun Channel, and I've got a little bit of an update for you on that whole situation out of the Senate with Chokey Chucky's attempt to ram through the assault weapons ban package and all the associated other things. Really quick, we're going to take our capitalism break, and I'll be right back. I have a really hard time getting behind products that declare themselves to be gray man products, as in trying to make the end user blend in more, particularly those survival bags that are covered in webbing. Well, I think Mission First Tactical actually did it this time around. The Achro is their spin on a high-quality bag with concealed carry and armor considerations in a package that looks hipster and modern rather than the typical stuff that we get in a tactical bag. And that's really the whole point. We want that bag to say, that dude is hauling a picnic of avocado and kale sandwiches with a side of oat milk, not an MP5 SD and 3 extra mags. Mission First offers VSO viewers a hefty discount with my code that you can find over at the affiliates page, and I want to say thank you very much to them for making today's video possible. If you would like a full synopsis of the Achro line, then never fear, I have exactly the video for you. I'll have it listed in the description box down below.
The motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Mr. President.
Senator from Wyoming.
Reserving the right to object, Mr. President. Americans have a constitutional right to own a firearm. Every day, people across Wyoming responsibly use their Second Amendment rights to keep and to bear arms. Today is about defending those rights against those on the other side of the aisle who wish to take them away from us. Democrats are demanding that the American people give up their liberty. The Democrat legislation takes away a right, and it does not provide Americans security. Democrats want Washington to ban rifles and pistols because of the way they look. To do this, they describe semi-automatic rifles as assault rifles. They aren't. Any farmer, rancher, or outdoorsman in Wyoming can tell you. These rifles work the same way as popular shotguns and other rifles used for hunting and for personal protection. Instead of facing these facts, Democrats stick to demonizing rifles and disrespecting gun owners. Democrats' ban on assault weapons is an assault on lawful gun owners. There's a contradiction at the center of the gun control debate. Democrats want to enact new laws on law-abiding citizens. At the same time, they ignore the lawbreakers. Almost every single page of the bill that's in front of us today adds new restrictions and new burdens on people who follow the law. It tells you what you can buy, what you can't buy. It bans more than 205 rifles, shotguns, and pistols by name.
What you just saw there was directly from the Senate floor, putting the leftists in their place and calling it what it is, which is an attempt at demagoguery, an attempt to gain some attention. For those of you who haven't been paying attention to what was going on, y'all remember the rules of the Senate. The Senate has the capacity for endless debate. We often call that the filibuster, and to break a filibuster, you have to have 60 votes. When we're in the debate phase, they can stand up there and read the dictionary if they want. What they were trying to do in this case was set up a situation where they had to have people take the initiative to stand up and say, no, we're not going to debate. And it's called unanimous consent. And basically what that says is, hey, if nobody objects to the call for a vote, which they have the capacity to pass. They have the votes to pass, but they don't have the votes to beat a filibuster. 60 for the filibuster, 51 for passage, right? The attempt was to either bully into circumventing the filibuster, or if they know that somebody's going to stand up and say something about it, they can then all point to that guy and focus their attacks on that guy in an attempt to make a devil in the room. Well, That obviously didn't happen today as we expected that it would. They're, of course, still working on that 60 to get it past the filibuster. So the reason that I'm doing this video today is not only to tell you the good news that the smackdown was laid today and the process of potentially passing another assault weapons ban and a few other things that are idiotic and asinine that they want to bolt onto it. In an attempt to pass that, they're going to try to push for that 60. So what I want you to do today, especially if you didn't take the time to do anything for your senators going into this unanimous consent thing, is call up or email your senator's office and say, hey, good job beating the unanimous consent on the gun control package today in the Senate. Thank you very much for supporting our rights. They don't get enough pats on the back. Now, I am not a big fan of government in general, but when they do the job that they're supposed to do, we need to make sure that they know that that is the right track, because the word on the street is this past week, the phones have been blowing up at the offices in Washington. So good job to all of you who took some time out and spent a few more minutes to just go and tell your senators, good job, keep up the good work, and defeat that gun control.